A secret plan to blow up the king and parliament if it had worked. Today, Britain would look very different. Welcome to my channel. It's me. And this is the story of the Gunpowder Plot, a tale of treason, torture, and survival. Viewer discretion is advised for this episode, as some of this episode may be offensive or disturbing. We, the makers of this video, in no way support or condone the actions of the subjects featured. 30 seconds in. Let's begin with a hook. A mysterious voice in the dark narrates the story while dark images flash across the screen. Candle-lit cellars, barrels of gunpowder, and shadowy figures plotting in the shadows. This grabs the audience's attention, setting the stage for an intriguing and suspenseful narrative. Then let's move on to the background. The year is 1605, and England is a powder keg of religious tension. King James I, a Protestant, rules over a largely Catholic population, leading to growing resentment among Catholics, who are denied power and influence. Then enter Robert Catesby, a mysterious and charismatic leader who will stop at nothing to restore Catholicism to its former glory. Along with a small group of Catholic conspirators, including the infamous Guy Fawkes, they hatch a daring plan to assassinate the king and blow up Parliament. Their goal is to frame James's successor, the future Elizabeth I, seen here as a young girl, and replace him with a Catholic monarch. As the plot thickens, our shadowy conspirators make their way through the dark streets of London to a secret meeting place where they will receive a cryptic message that will determine the fate of the kingdom. What is the message? Will they carry out their plan? Who are these mysterious figures, and why do they want to kill the king? Keep watching to find out. Now, let's dive into the conspiracy itself. Catesby, driven by religious zeal and resentment towards the king, recruits a group of disaffected Catholics, each with their own reasons for wanting to bring down James I. Among them is Robert Wintour, a veteran of the Spanish Armada, who believes the Spanish will help him seize the throne. Also joining the plot is Thomas Percy, the Earl of Northumberland, who hopes to become Lord High Treasurer in the new Catholic order. But it is Guy Fawkes, a former soldier turned professional explosives expert, who will play the key role in bringing the plot to fruition. He will be the man tasked with guarding the gunpowder that will ignite the plot and blow up the king and Parliament. Together they form a secret society dedicated to overthrowing the government and restoring Catholicism to England. In the dead of night, they meet in secret locations such as the House of Lords, now the Houses of Parliament, seen here in an AI-generated recreation, and the old Palace of Westminster. Here, beneath the floorboards of an ordinary room, they stash their barrels of gunpowder, unseen and unknown to the general public. With the help of a network of informants and sympathizers, the plotters learn that James I will be opening Parliament on November 5th, 1605. It will be a spectacular event, a chance for the king to show off his power and wealth. But it will also be the perfect opportunity for the conspirators to strike. Their plan is simple, yet deadly. On the day of the state opening, Fawkes will light the fuse and blow up the king, along with most of the government and nobility, and England will descend into chaos. With James I dead and the succession in jeopardy, Catesby and his men believe they can take advantage of the confusion to seize power and establish a Catholic monarchy. But how will they pull off such a daring and dangerous mission? To find out, keep watching as we recreate the events of November 5th, 1605, and uncover the secrets of one of history's most infamous plots. And now the twist in the tale, the discovery. As the conspirators prepare for their final meeting before the state opening, one of their number, a man named Thomas Wintour, becomes nervous about the plan's success. He writes an anonymous letter to Lord Monteagle, a member of the Privy Council, warning him not to attend the opening of Parliament as there is a plot to blow it up. Lord Monteagle, suspicious but intrigued, decides to take the threat seriously and informs the king, who orders an immediate investigation. Meanwhile, back at the secret meeting place, the conspirators are unaware that their plot has been discovered. They go about their business as usual, making preparations for the following day's events. But soon the cellar where they have hidden the gunpowder is searched by soldiers. When they arrive, they don't know that Fawkes is hiding nearby, waiting to guard the explosives until the perfect moment. But what happens when the soldiers arrive? Can the conspirators escape with their lives? How does Fawkes react when the plot is discovered? To find out, keep watching as we bring you the dramatic conclusion of the Gunpowder Plot. And now the tension builds. Guy Fawkes, ever the professional, doesn't panic when the soldiers arrive at the cellar. He knows his job is to protect the gunpowder at all costs, even if it means sacrificing himself. So he calmly prepares to defend the explosives from any intruders. As the soldiers approach the cellar, the atmosphere is thick with tension. There's a sense that something big is about to happen, but no one knows what. When the soldiers break into the cellar and discover the barrels of gunpowder, there's a collective gasp. They realize the gravity of the situation and the danger they have just averted. Meanwhile, Fawkes, having done his duty, is captured and taken into custody. He is interrogated by the authorities, who want to know everything he knows about the plot. But Fawkes is a loyalist, and he refuses to betray his fellow conspirators. He endures brutal torture, including being suspended by a rope from the ceiling, but he remains silent. His bravery and loyalty are truly remarkable. With Fawkes unable to provide any useful information, the authorities turn their attention to the other conspirators. Some are arrested, others flee the country. But all of them face serious charges of treason and high treason. As the news of the foiled plot spreads, there is outrage and anger among the people. Many see the conspirators as heroes who tried to stand up against an oppressive government. Others view them as dangerous traitors who sought to overthrow the king and destroy Parliament. In the end, 5 of the main conspirators, including Robert Catesby, Thomas Wintour, Thomas Percy, and John Wright, are executed for their role in the plot. Guy Fawkes is spared execution due to his low social status and given only life imprisonment. However, his confinement is brutal, and he is eventually forced to participate in a humiliating public spectacle designed to mock him and the Gunpowder Plot. So what happened next? How did the story end? And what was the legacy of the Gunpowder Plot? To find out, keep watching as we bring you the aftermath and legacy of this dramatic event. And now we reveal the aftermath and legacy. After the botched plot, James I becomes obsessed with the threat posed by Catholics, leading to a wave of persecution and the passing of laws designed to suppress Catholicism in England. The conspirators who escaped execution went into hiding, some living out the rest of their days in exile on the continent. As for Guy Fawkes, he spent the last 18 years of his life imprisoned in the Tower of London, where he died in 1606. But the story of the Gunpowder Plot didn't end there. It became a part of British folklore, with November 5th being celebrated annually as Guy Fawkes Night or Bonfire Night. People would light bonfires and set off fireworks to commemorate the foiling of the plot and the preservation of the Protestant faith. The tradition continues to this day. So what was the significance of the Gunpowder Plot? Why does it continue to fascinate us today? The plot was significant for several reasons. Firstly, it represented a serious challenge to the authority of the king and the stability of the government. The fact that a small group of people could come so close to overthrowing the regime shocked the nation and led to calls for greater control and surveillance. Secondly, the plot highlighted the growing tensions between Catholics and Protestants in England. The persecution of Catholics after the plot only served to exacerbate these tensions and led to further acts of violence and unrest. Finally, the story of the Gunpowder Plot has captured the imagination of people for centuries. The drama, intrigue, and larger-than-life characters have made it a popular subject for books, films, plays, and TV shows. What did you find most interesting about the story of the Gunpowder Plot? Do you think the conspirators were heroic figures or dangerous traitors? Let us know your thoughts. And remember, a single letter changed history, and a nation never forgot. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our next release. We'll see you again soon.